Aloha everybody and welcome back to part 3 of Encore mode. We have just reached the flying battery zone, and like I said briefly in part 2, if you want to get the Chaos Emeralds really easily and you've just beaten the game so you can replay levels over and over again, then just go up here at the very beginning of Flying Battery 1. There is a really easy special stage ring to collect. Booyah!
Okay, I have to take a minute to gush about Ray's animation when he's going through the handlebars, because oh my god, that is so cute! Look! Look, he's hanging by the tail! That is so adorable! Ah!
He grabs the handles with his tail, and he just sort of rotates across, which I love. That's amazing. And it's also a carryover from Sega Sonic the Hedgehog. That's actually something he did in that game too. So,
yep.
Pretty awesome, pretty awesome. The other thing I like about Flying Battery is that the color scheme is like looking a lot more Wing Fortress from Sonic 2.
Yeah, like in terms of being like outside of the ship, or...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, folks, I'm finally going into the checkpoint poll. Look at this! We got pinball!
Ooh!
We got pinball! Okay, we're done.
Aw, sad.
Sorry, I never claimed to be a pinball expert. I'm so sorry.
Might want to hit up Donnie for that.
I can't keep bugging him every time something pinball related shows up in these Sonic games. And yes, I deliberately dodged the electric shield. I don't want it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but instead of, usually, you'll get the Blue Sphere stages in Mania mode, but in Encore mode, if you hit the checkpoint with 50 rings?
I think it's 25 still.
Okay, yeah, but anyway, if you hit the checkpoint with the required amount of rings, you'll get the pinball minigame. And you can use that to, like, either get shields, get rings, get continues, or get missing characters that you don't have. It's very helpful.
Exactly. Like, if you, like, die too many times at one particular spot, go to the goalpost, go through the sparkles, and you can play this little crane game whenever you get the pinball into the top section. And you can actually, like, retrieve Mighty and Ray and Sonic and Knuckles and Tails. And it actually kind of resembles Knuckles Chaotix's combi catcher whenever you're alternating between characters there.
Yeah.
Because I have all 5 characters, you're not really going to be seeing that. I didn't really show it off in this playthrough, but I am going to do the pinball again. Don't you worry, don't you worry. I'm going to play a little bit more later. But
you'll see a little bit more of what we're talking about.
Yeah. Also, the thing with Mighty, he has a lot of alternate pathways that he can go to that have been made exclusively for Encore mode. So you'll see me running through here, right? I'm just having a fun old time, and something's off about that floor.
It looks a little different.
Oh, yeah! And there's another special stage ring for you, so now you know. But, the good news is Mighty can still bounce into the bottom of these metal things that are being, you know, magneted. Magneted? Is that a word? I don't think magneted is a word. Being attracted.
I think the word you're looking for is magnetized.
Magnetized. Magnetized, that's the word. I learn English, but,
And I'm the humanities major.
House.
Oh, wait, no, don't break that up again!
I didn't do anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
Not again. You're wrong anyway.
So we got this thing again. The great thing about Ray the Flying Squirrel is that when he actually uncurls from flying, he goes into ball form, which is something like Tails and Knuckles don't do.
Mm-hmm.
So one of my favorite things is to, like, you go up a little bit high, you let go, and then you're a ball, and then you can hit enemies that way, which I'm trying to do with this mini-boss. So I wanted to show that off for sure. It's very good, very good. So sometimes you'll be flying through and you see like a buzz bomber coming for you or something that's in your way that you can potentially jump into. Ray will just turn into a ball, and he'll plow through whatever he's coming up to, which is awesome. Awesome, I say. Cream the Rabbit can't do that. That's why she's gone, and she's never coming back.
Oh!
I'm just saying, where is Cream the Rabbit?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Did Sonic Team decide they don't want to put 6-year-old girls in danger?
They didn't want to put 6-year-old girls in the Resistance. That's why she's not in Forces.
Well, look, we can't give a 6-year-old a gun, a Wispon, if you will.
Imagine if that's why it's called Warline was fed to Cream.
Look, Knuckles got 80% of his troops killed, okay? If he had sent Cream into that battle zone, she would be dead right now. Maybe she is dead. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it.
Oh!
Maybe she was part of the Resistance, and then one of Knuckles', harebrained schemes got Cream killed, and she's gone. She's dead.
What about Cheese? Is Cheese just gonna, go through an adoption agency now? Like Chow Adoptions?
Cheese went to live in a nearby forest. We'll never see him again.
Oh no!
You can hear the music in your head right now.
Bum, 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 bum. You are evil.
I know. But, no, really, Cream hasn't shown up in Team Sonic Racing or anything either. I think she's going to be in Mario and Sonic Tokyo 2020, so I don't think she's gone completely, but just a little surprising, They had that obvious team up of, Amy, Big, and who's it going to be for the flying character? The Chow. Okay, the Chow, why not? Not Cream the Rabbit, who's definitely been a part of a trio involving Amy and Big. I don't know, I'm just saying, it's a little weird. A little weird.
I don't know.
But here's the combi catcher stuff that I was talking about. Once you get the pinball all the way to the top, you push down on the control pad, and then you can get, item boxes and stuff that go by. And sometimes it's extra characters if you got Sonic killed or something, so yeah. This is one of the few sections that has a completely new music that wasn't in the original Mania mode, so yeah.
Also, Eggman's, still image up at the screen kind of reminds me of the images that would show up in the Sonic Spinball Genesis minigame.
Yeah.
So that's what this one also reminds me of.
I think it's actually just straight up taken from Sega Sonic the Hedgehog, too.
Mm-hmm.
Because, constantly in that game, Eggman was always at the top of the screen, kind of watching what Sonic and his friends were doing.
Right.
Kind of reacting as Sonic, Mighty, and Ray got further along through his fortress. I cannot believe Sega Sonic the Hedgehog has not gotten any kind of re-release at all. I thought you have Encore mode coming out, so people are now aware of who Ray the Flying Squirrel and Mighty the Armadillo are. You got a golden opportunity to re-release that game, and they don't. I don't know if it's a licensing issue. I don't know if it's to do with the soundtrack because of the composer or something. I've heard some people say emulation issues because you move through that game with a trackball, and well, how do you map trackball controls to a control stick? And I'm sure you could figure it out. Emulators have.
Well, if I remember correctly, that and Knuckles Chaotix were supposed to be in Gem's collection, but I guess due to how the games were, they just didn't make the final cut or something. At least that's what the internet told me, but yeah, I can believe that.
Yeah.
There is one operating Sega Sonic the Hedgehog arcade machine that I know of, but it's in Chicago, which is not in Canada. I'm sorry, Clement.
Oh no, how dare you?
And I have yet to go there. So, yeah, I may have to go back sometime and do that.
Yeah. So, Kara, I have to ask you, Omelette, should be canon or not?
Yes. Is that even a question? Yes. Omelette is canon. I think that really speaks to how creative Sonic fans are. Say what you will about, the fan base, but they're super passionate people, and I never noticed Omelette the first time I played through it. But when I was on Twitter after I played through Mania, they were like, "Oh, Omelette!" I'm like, "Wait, why is everyone talking about Omelette?" And then I was noticed that it was the flying battery boss. I'm like, "Oh my god, that is so cute! It's such a cute idea."
Yeah. Whatever. If they want to add some kind of niece or some kind of apprentice character for Eggman and they actually want to do that particular design, go for it, I don't care. But the one thing I never show off in like all of these playthroughs that I've done, all the 10 years that I've been playing Sonic games on YouTube, I've never really done any like fan mods or anything. And Sonic Mania is absolutely one of those games that like you could find a ridiculous amount of mods for.
Yep.
Mods to play as Metal Sonic, mods to play as Shadow the Hedgehog, mods to play as Amy Rose. New levels, so you can play through Sonic 2 levels, Sonic CD levels, you know, all kinds of stuff. And that's not even counting like the mods for Sonic Generations and stuff. Like, good lord, the Sonic community.
Mm-hmm.
They do some ridiculous things.
Yeah, like there are these contests every year where like they just show off all these mods and games that they've created, and it's wild. It's wild to see like what kind of fan games I'm seeing every year.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Press Garden, what do you think of this stage?
I love Press Garden. Again, like, as I mentioned in the second part, like, my favorite parts of Mania tended to be the original stages, and Press Garden is absolutely one of those. So, yes, I love Press Garden.
Absolutely. It's so good!
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I've heard is, like, some people don't really like all the bouncing, which it makes me chuckle, because it's like, it's another similar thing with some of my favorite franchises, where it's like, Press Garden, I kind of like it, but there's so much bouncing around on the newspapers and stuff, and then I think about, like, Mega Man... I've heard that, yeah.
Because, like, I didn't think the bouncing was that bad in this stage, but yeah, go on.
And the other time I've heard that kind of criticism was with Mega Man 11. Where Mega Man 11, a lot of people don't like Bounce Man stage because there's so much bouncing in it.
I don't think Bounce Man stage is that bad. Like, Learning Curve, yeah, but like... I like Bounce Man stage a lot.
It's great. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Has one of the best music tracks in the game, as far as I'm concerned.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, here's another example of Mighty the Armadillo being this game's kind of easy mode, having a lot easier of a time than other characters. These buzzsaws. We need them to, you know, damage themselves on the boxes and stuff, but even when they are there, Mighty just bounces off of them.
Yep. Pretty easy to get this boss down with Mighty.
Mighty is absolutely fine. He can touch the buzzsaws as long as he wants. Well, as long as he's not just standing there, anyway.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you have a nephew or a kid, child, person, baby thing, if you got a little test tube creature who's never played Sonic before, I would recommend giving them Mighty the Armadillo, because they'll be protected from so many spikes and stuff that it'll be awesome. Awesome, I say. Speaking of awesome, I love this image. This is so good.
Yeah, Act 2. Oh my god. I remember it, like... I remember when I got to this act for the first time, and, like, I started... It was one of the many instances where I was crying while I was playing this game. Oh my god. I've cried so many times playing this game, especially the first playthrough.
Oh, goddamn.
Mm-hmm. This game makes me feel something.
Unfortunately, I am a male with his emotions locked in a deep closet that I will not open. So I didn't really cry playing Sonic Mania, but...
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that I'm cold and dead inside. I'm saying I don't have a soul anymore, Kara.
Well, that sucks for you.
I lost my soul years ago.
When you decided to do this retrospective, yeah, I get that.
Yeah, exactly. The minute I decided, hey, I'm gonna play every single Sonic game for the internet. It took 2 years and my soul was gone. Just that was it. Soul completely gone.
Alright, Colin, I'm gonna put you on the hot seat.
Uh-oh.
When you started the retrospective, how long did you think it was going to take you?
I expected 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
I expected 4 or 5 years. I knew it was going to be a while because there are lots, and I mean lots of Sonic games. But for some reason, because I was uploading videos like 5 times a week back then, like, I blew through a lot of Sonic games in 2010, honestly. I managed to get through the entire classic era through most of 2010, you know?
Yeah.
And, I don't know, I thought I was going to keep doing videos 5 days a week. Then at some point during Banjo-Kazooie, I was just like, I am exhausted. I can't keep doing this. I want to have a social life, and I want to have, like, I have a job that I have to do and stuff, you know? So that kind of got in the way, and then it was just like, these Sonic games, I know them like the back of my hand. There aren't that many. It won't take that long. And then it's just like, no, it will. It will. It will absolutely take that long. And here we are. Here we are in 2019, and we're almost done. We're almost done.
You're almost done.
Don't do what Clement does, kids. Sorry, functioning adults. I would never call you children. I mean, I'd have to be a prick to think every one of my viewers are children. Sorry. So yeah, Heavy Shinobi here. Again, easier time with Mighty the Armadillo because when he throws his throwing stars, aka the Asterons from Sonic 2, normally, if they're in the sky, they would actually damage you. You can spin dash through them when they're on the ground normally. But when you're Mighty the Armadillo, he can knock them out of the way when he jumps into them. So Mighty has an easier time with the Heavy Shinobi here. And that's that. Yeah.
It's pretty much the same boss fight as in the original game.
Yeah, there's no difference.
And once again, Mighty makes a boss incredibly easy because immune to spikes. At least in the first hit.
I'm pretty good. But yeah, I love nighttime winter aesthetics, so I really like the color scheme for Press Garden Act 2 here. It is delightful. It is delightful. Anyway, folks, we will come back to Little Planet and Sonic CD in Part 4. See you then.